Okay, we gotta get right to it in this video. The biggest problem I see with players continuously is they keep collecting information. For example, they know this G major bar chord, and then they add a G major scale. And then they maybe learn this G major triad shape, and then maybe they know a G major pentatonic. There's 4 things they've collected. Then maybe they go up here to the 7th fret on the A string, and they play an E minor bar chord, and they know that. And then they add an E minor pentatonic scale. Then maybe they're lucky enough to discover there's an E minor triad inside of that bar chord. Then maybe they're like, oh my gosh, next level, they learn this crazy triad shape. This is G, B, D. And they just slide it down, E, G, B, E minor triad. And then they go back. But they don't know how to connect it all with musicality. And that's what this is all about. Now, another thing I see happening too is as you're connecting this stuff, you need to always know where your tonal center is. Where is home? In this case, this is going to be our 1 chord. It's G. And the relative minor is E minor. So what can we do to start connecting all of this, okay? Because you'll sit there, I've seen guys sit there for years just playing the open chord. And I'm not knocking all these pieces that I'm going to talk about that you're collecting are just as important. But you got to go deeper. You got to connect deeper. I've talked about it in the podcast. So this is like a little wood shop episode. If you want me to make charts for these little lesson, I will do it. Just drop the word charts in the comments. Studio's getting rebuilt. Can't wait to show you guys. Okay, so let's do G major bar chord to G major triad, okay? And then let's go E minor bar chord to E minor triad. Let's connect those with rhythm. Always, rhythm glues everything together. Why? Because rhythm is king for now and forever. Check out the new merch. Shout out to all you guys that bought a bunch of the Rhythm is King merch that just dropped. Now, bar chord to triad, bar chord to triad, and then we'll get into connecting the scales. Now, keep the rhythm train going, use your muting. So for example, bar chord 2 to triad, bar chord 2 to triad, bar chord 2 to triad, bar chord 2 to triad. Now, let's stop right here on this triad. Okay, I want you to look at that. That's an E minor triad, and this is another connection. Because listen, the mental part of the guitar game is probably the most important besides your ears, okay? Because you can learn all this stuff without theory, but the more you learn how to connect it with a theory, the better, in my opinion. So this is a E, G, B minor triad, right there in that position I showed you. It's on the G, B high E string set. Now what you want to connect now is a mental thing. You want to go, oh, you know what? That shape looks familiar. If I move it up here to a different string set, now we're on the D, G, B string set. That's a G, B, D, that's a G major triad. So look at this, just right here. E minor triad, G major triad. Connecting. There's no more separation. Now I've connected it mentally, technically, and musically. All right, now, what else is right here? We said there's this E minor pentatonic, okay? And then we said there's these bonus triads. A lot of people, you have these triads hiding under your fingers all over the neck. You gotta start connecting them, okay? Now look, G, B, D, G, B, D, down to E, G, B, okay? Again, we're just, all guitar is, look, it doesn't matter what level you are, it's just this. This is the secret, the secret. Show up, keep it simple, but connect on a deeper level, like we're doing here. I'm not playing 6 chords, I'm not modulating to different keys. We're knowing our tonal center is G, that's where we're gonna go home, okay? We're knowing we've got a bar chord, a triad, a scale, okay? A bar chord, a triad, a scale, okay? Or an open chord, okay? Don't get stuck collecting, connect. Now, let's wrap this up by doing something musical. And the way you start to sound like you is by, again, always using rhythm. Rhythm is king, keep it going. Always, before you play one note today, it might be too late, you might already be playing along, but muted strings. Get that rhythm. So right there, I just connected bar chord, G, G triad, G scale, bar chord, E minor bar chord, E minor triad, little piece of the scale. Now you could start off connecting, let's start from the scale, let's think in melody, terms of melody, and then go into a harmonic thing with the chords. Watch this. Less is more. Triad, walk it down, triad, walk it down, back to home. home. You see how that's pulling you? Listen to this. We're actually starting on home here. So I did G, triad. Now again, pay attention. Look at this shape. This is not an easy shape. This is like a little cherry on top challenge. This is the ADG string set. This is G, B, D, G major triad, pull down to E minor triad. And then back home to G. So again, thing to take away from this lesson is if you can, do as much as you can with the 4 elements or the 3 elements of the G. So do the bar chord or the open chord, your choice. Use that triad. It's inside of the bar chord. That's the move I do all the time. You got your G major scale or your G major pentatonic. You're just taking out these 2 notes from the G major scale. So again, just connecting things. That's where the theory comes in handy, okay? Bar chord. Triad. Okay? So just do things on G. Connect. Don't leave them collected separately, okay? Go to the E minor when you get comfortable with that. Do a little like mini song inside of E minor. Bar chord. Bar chord. Scale. Triad. Home. See? Now let's just bookend it with this, okay? I want the biggest takeaway you need before you leave here is that you have to go deeper, okay? Not collect more and more and more. Like if you're learning a song, stop on that song and figure out what made the song I'm playing. You gotta build that passion for wanting to know that. And it's empowering and it builds confidence. Your playing skyrockets in every aspect, regardless of what skill level you're at. But if you look at this triad shape, okay, then you can go find your own connections, which I know you're gonna do. This is GBD, okay? But what I want you to have is this fun little takeaway. Guitar's getting a little barky. GBD, if you look, all 3 of these notes are right here in the E minor pentatonic scale. Look. So here's E, that's the root. Here's that G, here's your root for the G triad. Okay, and look, this is in the scale, B and D. So remember how I told you triads are hiding all over inside of everything? That's all cage system is a series of triads that are, used to represent the open chord shapes as you move them up the neck, okay? So you guys got this. This is what getting good at guitar is. It's just woodshedding. It's sitting down with a little bit of a plan and having fun. Having fun is what it's all about, okay? So drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Where are you watching from? What are you working on? Remember, rhythm is king. Keep the king happy and you'll be happy too. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Peace.